Welcome YouTube, it's your guy Mighty Gideon. In this very video today, I'll be taking account from $51.98 to $5,000 trading for an investor. I'll be taking account to $5,000 to a mighty height. Let's see how we can do this, and let's see whether we do this with our strategy and everything, and how long we can actualize this height. So at this very point, you see what this trade is doing this very area, this XUSD, and the reason I'll be taking account because XUSD is kinda more volatile and can give me the results I want in this very trade today. At this point, I've seen what the trade is doing here. At this very area, the trade broke out from this very point. That was a very big breakout from here. The trade broke down to that very point, and currently the trade is starting to reject from this area. The trade here rejected with the very point, rejected, and because all these things are analysis I'll take to enter my entry to flip it to a mighty height. The M is $5,000. Let's go. So from this very point, you see what the trade doing here. At this very point, there's a very big zone that is there. There's a very big zone that the market created there. That zone is a very big area that the trade created there. And currently, you see what the trade is doing there. The trade was failing to reach this zone. The trade had been failing. See what the trade did there. It's rejected from here, sold back down. Rejected here, sold back down. You get? My aim is for it to reach that zone. That's the target of it. If it targets there, then the trades can start dropping massively or can break it. If it breaks it, I can enter a buy, but if it fails to break it, I can enter a sell. So currently, I'll be targeting that very zone. That's the upper zone and a very big higher layer. And if you watch what the trade created here again, the trade created a reverse head and shoulder pattern that I'm seeing here. This the head, the reverse head, and also this is the reverse shoulder, and also this a reverse shoulder. I'm seeing this very point. You see what is there? This is a reverse head and shoulder pattern. It's clearly showing there, and you can see it. Both my students, my VIPs, they can see it. So currently, I'll be taking the very trades and I'll be dropping the signals to my VIPs and my academies to take the trade too and make huge profit. So currently, let's enter this trade and flip it to a massive and a mighty height. I'm taking a buy at the very point to 0.05. I'm taking my buys at the very point. Let's take it. Let's flip it to something very massive. Let's go. We're going in with our targets risk, and we are risking you see, we're already making profits because the trade is meant to buy. Both the VIPs, the academy, everybody, they are on this trade. And they are expected to make huge profits with my signals and my mentorship and my teachings, everything. So let's see what XUSD has for us. We entered the buy on the very trade. I've entered more buys because I've seen something you have seen. This is a very nice trade I've seen here. I entered buys. I layered. Well, this is just a layer that's entered now. Let's see what XUSD has ASAP. Let's watch and see. The trade is currently in a little bit drawdown. Let's watch and see what XUSD has for us. See what the trade is trying to do there. It is trying to reject that zone, but it have broken from this very high. If you watch from this very point, you see what the trade did here. The trade have grabbed enough liquidity. I have currently grabbed enough liquidity from this very point, and currently is expected to start buying up, start buying to the higher side, because this very point the trade have sold down, and currently buyers are in these very trades to push it to the upside. Let's go. Let's see what XUSD has for us. So guys, you see what the trade is doing there. The trade is currently buying ASAP, buying from my zone. The trade is currently buying up. So currently at this very point, I'm closing out trade in profit. So currently up in 68 point something dollars. So guys, I took my next trade on XUSD, and I told that the trade will reach this point, the trade will buy up to the very point. I told you that because when I gave her the signals, I told my VIPs that they should hold this trade, that they trade to buy. They trade to buy to the very point. They trade going to buy there, and currently they trade have reached that very point, and it's also buying further. But this is news that we traded the account, and currently I took just 0.05 lot size, and currently we are up in $72 in profit, and I'm closing up positions in profit. This a $50 account are taking to a mighty height, and currently we are up in $141.66 in that very trade. And when the trade buy up for long, when the trade have buy to that very point, I'm paying the trade to start retesting. So currently I'm entering a sell on the very trade. I'm entering a sell on the very trade. I'm entering a sell to sell down massively. I'm entering sales now. Let's see what XUSD has for us. I'm entering sales on the very trade. So let's see what XUSD has for us. So let's watch and take the very trade to a mighty height. I'm on mighty height to go. Let's see what XUSD has for us. So because I know that at that very point, market will read and start retracing, because market always does this steady. When markets pull up to this very zone, it will start retracing massively from that very point to start retracing, because that is a very big powerful zone that is there. I'm entering my sales. I'm increasing this loss size 0.10. I've increased it to 0.10. I'm entering sales on the very trade to take it to a mighty height. So guys, I've entered on my trades. I've entered sales on my trades. Let's see what XASD has. Let's see the trade pull downwards and give us huge profits ASAP. So guys, the trade is currently selling down massively. The trade is currently rejecting from my zone. See what the trade is doing there. The trade is currently selling down massively. So let's watch this very trade. Let's see what XASD has. Let's see the potentials for it to sell down massively. When I drop a signals to my academy and my VIP signals, the trade goes accordingly. So currently the trade is currently selling down massively. I'll be closing out trade in profits ASAP. We are currently up in $240 in profit ASAP. So let's watch for a retracement. If the trade retraces to that very point, so the trade have retraced. You see the trade is currently retracing, and I'm entering a sell now. I'm entering a sell 0.50 lot size, because I've increased my lot size and I've increased my capital. I'm entering a lot size now with 0.50 lot size. I'm entering sales now from that very point. The trade is retracing from. I'm entering sales from that very point. The trade is retracing from. So I entered sales now. See what XUSD has. So guys, the trade is currently trying to reject that my zone. It's currently trying to reject, but I know that there is a very big strong gravitational pull at that area. The pull is affected by the zone and by this very point. The trade is currently at that a very big strong gravitational pull at that very point, because at this very point there's a very strong point, very strong zone that is there that the trade must fail to continue pushing upward. The trade is currently going to retest it, and currently the trade is retesting it and we're huge profit ASAP. And the trade is currently retesting and be giving us huge profits. So let's be watching the very trade. I'm expecting the trade to continue selling that massively. I'm expecting the trade to continue selling that massively, like continue selling down to the downside to sell that massively. So currently I'll be closing out trades in profits. I'm currently up in $250.32 in this very trade that we took now. So let's wait for a retest at this very point. If I see a retest, I enter. If the trade don't retest, then I continue selling to the downside. Let's see what XUSD has. Let's see the potentials of the trade at this very point. Let's see the potentials of this very trade. If the trade break out from this very zone, then we are going to the downside, like the trade is going. So currently, the trade is currently selling down. It has broken out from this very point. I'm seeing a very big point there. The trade is selling down too. So currently enter sales now. Let's enter more sales at the very point. Let's enter sales now at the very point. Let's see trade play out. Let's enter these three sales and let the trade play out to give us huge profit. It's currently selling down massively from my zone. It is currently selling down massively and from the very point, I'll be closing this trade in profit, close up positions. Currently, I'm from a $50 account of taking the $600 just now to the account from a $50 account. Let's see XUSD do his thing and play out. Let's wait for a confirmation, my next confirmation to take an entry and flip the account to something very more and massive. So guys, from the very point, the trade have currently tapped into a very key zone at this very area. Trade have currently tapped into that very key zone. There's a very big zone there that I'm seeing. That the trade must buy. So currently I told my VIPs and my signal group they should buy the very trade. My academy they should buy the very trade. So I'm entering a buy on the very trade. I'm entering to buy to the upside. Let's enter our buys and take it to a mighty height. I'm entering buys to go into something very massive just now. Let's see what XUSD has for us. Let's enter these buys let's take it to a mighty height. Let's see XUSD buy further and give us huge profits. So guys, the trade is currently buying further. Trade is currently buying further into that direction. So the trade is currently buying further. The trade have given us $800 and some, so close up positions with profit. The M is $5,000. The M of this trade is from $50 to $5,000 and currently up in $833.22 in the very trade. We have not reached our M. At the very point, this trade is coming down to take out and sweep this liquidity. It's coming to sweep it. It's coming to sweep it massively. So I'll just enter my sales at the very point. Enter my sales at the very point. Enter my sales because trade is coming down to sweep this very sweep this very liquidity, sweep it and take it to a downside well. So guys, the trade is currently selling down for my zone. It's currently selling down massively. The trade is currently selling down. You see, I entered the trade here to sell and currently $1,000 something and closing out trade in profits. This trade is currently selling down and giving us huge profit. So guys, I closed my trade in profit from the very point. This trade sold down from the very point, from the very area. The trade is selling down from that very area. My buy and sell entry from there is sold down massively to the very point. And this trade is currently meant to be taken to $5,000. That's the aim of the very trade to close. But I'm taking my buy entry because from the very point, I told that there's a very big sweet by demand zone there. There's a very big sweet demand zone. The trade pull up and we tested. And let's enter our buys now. Let's enter our buy to the upside. Let's enter our buys now. A very big confirmation buy for me. Let's enter our buys to the upside. Let's see what XES will do for us there. Let's enter our buys. I'm ability to buy further and give us huge profit. This account is for $50. We're taking account to a mighty height. And this trade, the signals, I give it out to my VIP signal group. I tell them to buy the very trade at the very point. They should buy the very trade. Let's see what the trades will do and let's see how we take account to a mighty height. So guys, the trade is currently buying further, buying up and giving us huge profit. The trade is currently buying from that very point. I'll be closing out trade in profits, close out trade in profits, and there's no need to me holding long in this trade. And currently we're up in $1,774.07 from a $50 account. This very trade, I gave her the signals and my academy. Everybody took this very trade and they made huge profit too. It's up in the very trade. And see the trade is, as I closed the trade, started pulling up with velocity. It saw that money have really been short. So currently, from the very point, I've seen this very trade and I'm trying to wait for a retest in the very trade. Then I now execute. At the very point, you see what the trade is doing here. The trade have currently tapped into a very key zone at this very point. The trade have currently tapped into a key zone at this very point. So this trade now is currently going to take out this very high, enter in a buy now to flip it to a mighty height ASAP. Let's see what this trade has for us. Let's take it to a mighty height, $5,000 now, just now, putting very account. Let's flip it to a mighty height. Let's take it to a mighty height. Mighty height we go. That is the aim of currently we are up in $2,000 something in the very trade. The trade is currently buying further. It's buying further. So currently, let's see what the trade is doing here. I closed out trade in profit. So guys, from the very point, we closed out trade in profit and currently we're up in $205.17 ASAP in the very trade. So what the trade did, the trade bought very high and currently we closed in profits ASAP. $205.17. Let's see our next entry to take it to $5,000 ASAP. So guys, at the very point, we're currently in a balance of $2,205.17. I've been entering my buys now to take it to a mighty height. I've seen the trade Trade is currently trying to reject from this very point. You see that we entered multiple rejections from this very area. It's time to respect this trend here. We see entering more buys to take it to something massive. I've entering more buys and entering more buys, and let's go. This buys is enough for this trade. Let's take it to a mighty height. Let's see what XUSD has. I want to take out this very high up there. Take out that very high. This very high here. I want to take that very high out and give me huge profits on this very trade we took. Now let's go to a mighty height. The trade is currently buying from my zone. It's currently buying from that very point and already making profit. Everything is in profit. Let's hold this trade and see it go to a mighty height. Let's take the account. The main aim is 5k, and this we're currently up in 2k, but we are going to 5k. We read that height before the end of this video. Let's take it to a mighty height and see how it goes. We're currently up in 3k in profits. Currently up in 3k. Let's go from the very point. I've seen what the trade is doing there. We're currently up in 3k. Let's take it to a mighty height. Let's see what XUSD has. So guys, the trade is currently buying up further. We're currently up in a profit of $1,000 in profit. The trade is buying further. We're in a profit of $2,900 and something in profit. I'm closing out trade in profit. Close out trade in profit. I'm on trading very account, so I'm very challenged. I do offer mentorship, VIP signals, investment, and account management. You can contact me via the link below in the channel. So currently this account is passed. This account is from $50 to $5,000. You can see how I did it. This account was taken to a mighty height. See you in my next video. Peace out.